Hello, professional! Welcome to Connecting Time with Foster Bridge, Indonesia. Hello, I'm Ayu, and in this episode of Connecting Time, we will talk about an interesting topic which exists in all areas: customer service. But before we start the discussion, let me introduce you to Jakub Barc. Jakub is a professional working in hospitality and customer relations. Joining us virtually from Bali, we have Jakub Barc. Hello Jakub, how are you?
Hello guys, I'm very well, thank you very much. Thank you for your time, for having me, and it's a pleasure.
By the way, we'd love to know you more. Could you share us your current activities and your past experience of your job?
Of course, sure. So, as you've already mentioned and introduced me, my name is Jakub. Originally, I'm from Poland, but since 2014, I've made Indonesia my new home, and let me tell you, it's absolutely amazing. I'm really loving it. But before that, before I came to Indonesia, I can say I've been blessed with the opportunity of working for the biggest and the best hotels and resorts all around the world. I'm talking Europe, Asia, I'm talking cruise lines as well. So I've been leading customer services teams, sales and management teams as well. So that opportunity, that kind of career, it really, I believe it gave me the insight into the hospitality as a whole, and also it gave me quite a lot of knowledge about the customer services, simply because I've been responsible of creating this connection between hotel workers and the guests. And I believe that in hospitality, like I say, it's always about human connection.
Wow, thank you. I found your experience are very impressive. Thank you for sharing with us and Connecting Time.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about customer service. For many of us, we heard a lot about customer service. But before we can start deeper on that subject, can you explain what service is?
Of course. So I'm very happy that you start from this particular word before we start talking about anything else. So service. Now I would like us to imagine that we want to start a new business. It can be any business in the world. It can be whatever you imagine. Now, I believe that you will all agree with me that in order for our business to be successful, we need to somehow differentiate ourselves. We need to do something in a different way that will make people realize that, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this, come be my guest, come be my customer. Now, how can we do that? Many people, they're trying to think about some amazing ways, amazing offers, something that no one else has. And this is maybe that's the right approach. But the thing is that we never know actually what our competitors offer or what they will offer. So what does that mean? That means that we can differentiate our business with service. Now, what does it mean, service? Well, it's very simple actually. It's like, I'm not gonna blow your brains out. The service is simply the way we treat people, not only our customers. No, it's the way we treat every single person who comes to our business. That can be a delivery man, that can be someone who's just window shopping, or that can be our returning customer. It's about the way we greet him, it's about the way we talk to him, it's about the way we talk about what we can offer. So this is the service. And before delving deeper into the topic, let me tell you one secret, because I'd really like people to get some knowledge out of it. The secret is not what I offer. Drop the I. The secret is how can I help you, what I can do for you, not what I do. The secret of the service is how can I help your problem, how can I solve your problems. So that's what the service is.
According to your explanation, in business, can we say that service is the foundation of a good business? If it yes, what makes service play an important role in a good business?
Right. So again, I'm not gonna say that I think I agree. No, I strongly agree, and the service needs to be in the core of every single business. It needs to be in the heart of every single business, because just think about it. Not only service industry is about people. No, every single industry, it is about people, even if it's not directly selling something, some services or some goods to the customer. The way we do the business is like, how do we do the business? We need to answer ourselves this question. Well, we do the business by communicating to each other. Stakeholder management meetings, stakeholder meetings. So this is in the core of every single business, because let's say if I have the business that needs to expand. Let's say I have a business in Indonesia, but I would also love to have my business in Singapore, for example. Why not? What do I need to do? Well, I need to meet my potential customers. But my potential customers in this sense, in this situation, it will be other management or the business owners, right? I need to convince them that what I'm doing will help them. I need to show that I care about them. I need to try to get to know them. I need to show my genuine interest in what is their situation and how can I help them. So the service, the customer service and the service is like, we need to forget the word I. We need to focus on the word you. So for me, that's what service is all about in every single industry.
Is there a core skill that plays a crucial role for us to deliver a good service?
Well, to answer this question, I would like our viewers to think about that for a second. We already know, I think we do, because I've already kind of explained it. We already know what does it mean to have or to perform a great service. We already know what is it about. Now I believe we need to ask ourselves a question. Okay, I know what is it, but now how can I achieve it? How can I make it happen? And I strongly believe that if we will do that, we will come to the conclusion that we can achieve the great service by talking, right? We need to communicate with the people, our existing customers, our potential customers, and anyone else who we would like to inform about our business, or pretty much anyone else who come in contact with us. So, answering your question, the core skill to achieve the greatness in the service is communication. And I could be talking about it all like for the long time, because just very quickly, communication is, I believe, the most important skill in our lives, in our professional lives, in our private lives, our love lives. In every aspect of our life, we use communication. Communication can build us as a human, can make us achieve the things, or it can stop us from achieving the things in every aspect of our life. So the core skill is definitely communication with its all components. So listening, speaking, using the body language, because guess what? 94% of our communication is non-verbal, which means we use our body, we don't use our words. It's about our gestures, it's about the tone, it's about our eyes, it's all about our body. So again, communication is the key.
Interesting. So now we understand that service play an important part in good business and communication skill is the key. I would like to discuss more on customer service. So what is exactly customer service? We put the word customer in this phrase. But for fellow professionals who are not working in customer service or front office, do they have their own customer? For example, who is the customer for finance people, or for operational people, or for HR people?
Right. So that question, thank you for asking that, because it's quite important, and I believe that this word customer, it creates quite a lot of confusion, because the word customer, it implies that the service is only for people who want something from us, right? So I'm the customer, I want to buy something from you, potentially, so then you can apply the customer services to me, right? So that's how, unfortunately, quite many people understand that phrase, and I believe it's a huge misunderstanding, because customer services is the way we treat each other in the business setting. That should be the understanding. And now, who is the customer? To come back to the definition of that, who is the customer? I believe that the customer is not only the person who comes to your business and wants to buy or get something from you. Absolutely not. You have asked a very good question. You have asked, so who is the customer, let's say, for the HR people? Or for the finance people? Well, the customer for the HR people, let's say, is the potential candidate for the job. Because this is the person who comes to the HR people and wants something from them. Right? Because I apply for the job, so I expect something, I would like something, I have some question. So this, for the HR people, this is the customer. For the finance people, it's gonna be their boss. For example, the CFO, Chief Financial Officer, correct? So the thing is that, coming back to the HR example, there is the candidate who comes to them to apply for the job, and now the HR person needs to apply the customer service principles to the candidate. So at this point, the HR person is the face of the business, is the brand ambassador. That person will create the everlasting impression about the company. So basically, the customer services is the communication skills in the business setting between person A and person B who comes and want something. And it can be unrelated to the service, to what we sell. Because if this person B will receive a great treatment, well, he might start thinking about buying the product, even if he hasn't been considering that since the beginning. So this is the power of customer services. Please remember, customer has a very, very broad meaning.
Wow, it turned out that even though we are not working in the customer service area, we do still have a customer. Well, Jacob, before we continue our discussion, I would like to make some announcement to our viewer. Professional, if you like this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with other professionals. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our latest video and live streams. Okay, Jacob, back to our discussion. About customer service professional. Can you share your personal tips on ways to create the world-class service?
Of course. As I always say, I have the one golden rule, and I think it's been working so far. That golden rule is that I always keep in mind that it is all about human connection. And the part 2 of this golden rule is that I treat every single person coming to me asking about anything in particular about the business as a VIP, as a very important person. I give this person my full attention. I actively listen to this person. What does it mean to actively listen? It means that my body also shows that this person has my full attention. Eye contact, the gesture, so nodding the head, also the verbal signs that I'm listening, which means I see. So you see, constantly showing this person that he's right in front of my eyes, and I'm not thinking while listening to him, I'm not thinking what I'm gonna be having for the dinner tonight. No, this person is my ultimate priority, and I constantly check and double check that I understood him right, which means sometimes I stop him and say, okay, Mr. Brown, so I understand what you're saying is that blah blah blah, rephrasing what he's saying. So that ensures my correct understanding, and that also shows this person that I truly listen to him. Another piece of advice is that to achieve the world-class customer service, you need to show a lot of empathy. Okay, so that means that you need to have this emotional intelligence to be able to tell what from his story, what is just the background and what is very important to him. That takes a little bit of practice, but also that will really increase the efficiency of communication and also the way we communicate. Because the ability to enter into this person's shoes, to feel what he feels, this is a game changer, because that automatically brings our conversation on the personal level, and people appreciate that. Because another piece of the advice is that we as humans, this is what I realized, and that's nothing negative, we want to feel important. We have this kind of natural craving for feeling that we are important to someone. Think about it. In whole Asia, especially in Asia, it's very popular in the hotel world, staycation. People, let's say they live in Jakarta and they have their home there, but sometimes for the weekend they just choose to stay in a hotel. Why they do that? Because they want to feel like that they come to the restaurant and they're being greeted. They want to feel like they're important. And that's deep in our nature, human nature. So never forget about that. Make them feel important. Show them your attention. Show the empathy. Listen carefully. Double check that you understood it right. And come up with the solution. Focus on not on what you offer, but on how can you assist this person. This is world-class service.
Well, all right. In delivering those services, I understand that customer service are the frontliners to face the customer. Either customer compliments or customer complaints. In recent time, we have read some case where customer posted their complaints to public domain, such as social media. My question is, how do we identify a complaint that needs to be placed directly into special attention? Because if we don't put any type of complaint, it will blow up and go viral and turn into a huge business meltdown. And what do you think about this?
Yes, this is a very, very delicate matter that needs to be addressed with the ultimate care. Especially talking about the complaints, guests, customers complaining, that can really backfire, that can destroy the face of the business and the core of the business even. I've seen many cases like that, especially in nowadays, in today's age where everyone has the access to the social medias, and it's so important that before choosing, let's say, a hotel, people always check what are the reviews and so on and so on. So again, thank you for asking this question because it really needs to be addressed. Now, talking about the complaints, your question was how to identify a complaint that can potentially do a lot of damage. Well, I kind of disagree with this idea of putting the question in that way. Why? And that is a very good thing that you asked it like that and that I disagree, because then we need to elaborate on that further. Why do I disagree? Is because during the course of my career, I've seen, you would not believe how the tiniest little complaint about, let's say, the tiniest thing, the impact that little complaint can have is just unimaginable. Why is that? It's because people, we as human beings, we have different level of sensitivity. So let's say, for me, the fact that someone complained, when I'm reading the reviews about the hotel, the fact that someone was complaining that he spends 15 minutes checking in instead of 2 minutes, for me it's not a big deal, I'm relaxed. But for someone else, that can be a total deal breaker, and that can cause this person to talk bad things about this particular business. And he might be saying, listen, like, oh my God, you're not gonna believe what happened to me. So remembering about that, we need to anticipate every single complaint. Not only anticipate, but also deal with this complaint. So what I mean by every single one, I mean every single one. Even if we think that, oh, that's just nothing. Well, maybe for you, but for someone else, it's gonna be the thing that ruined his holiday or ruined his experience, because we're different. So that means that every single complaint we need to face and we need to address it. How can we do that? Well, first by listening, then by showing the empathy. So we need to tell this person, listen, I understand. Like it must have felt very horrible. We need to actually address and fix his issue, make it a priority as soon as possible. So we need to show that it's very important for us. So to sum it up, there is no way around this. Sometimes people complain about the tiniest things because they're frustrated about something else. Someone can be frustrated about his personal work, his marriage, children, whatever else that might be. And he will pour the frustrations on you for the tiniest thing. So there's a lot behind the complaints, but I think I covered the most important aspects.
Thank you for your answer. In terms of customer, how do we identify a customer that falls into a category of a VIP or a customer that needs to be nurtured?
Right. Again, this question, a very important one. How do we identify the customer that is a VIP? I've already mentioned about my personal golden rule, and I've really seen it working. So to answer this question, the answer is going to be very short. And some people might disagree with that, but well, over 12 years I've seen it working consistently. So that means that there might be something about it. To answer this question very shortly, well, every single customer or potential customer, we need to treat this person as he is the VIP, and we need to nurture this person, because we never know what's going to be the outcome. And I know that many people might kind of disagree with that or say, well, but this is not achievable. It is achievable, and it yields beautiful results. So to give you the example from the professional life, to show you something. A couple of years ago, it was actually in Jakarta, in Sheraton Hotel, 5-star hotel, very nice one. I was really angry with my staff, I have to say that and admit it, because the way I've seen it, at that moment I've been in the reception, and I told them how they need to treat every single person coming into the hotel as a VIP. And I've seen that the delivery man was coming in to the reception, the Gojek, so the biggest delivering network in Indonesia, for those who do not know. So this guy, in his kind of jacket uniform, so everyone knew he's working for this company, he was coming in with some package, and he's been completely ignored by my staff. And I got like really mad about it, because that is a huge mistake, because I've seen that no matter what this person is doing, no matter the clothes that he's wearing, like I've seen people who wear really clothes that they do not look good, they're old and so on. They look like they don't care about how they look like, they were having very basic jobs. So I've seen these people coming to meet someone, let's say in my hotel, and then the same person the next weekend, he was coming to the hotel to spend the weekend, and this person, very same person, he left $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 within 2 days. What is the what should we learn from it? Well, never judge anyone based on the appearance, even based on the behavior. Please treat every single person coming to your business as a potential VIP and nurture this person, because you never know how much money this person has, what kind of family this person has, what is the background that this person is coming from, and other people that this person might know. And I think this is something huge to think about so I really invite every single one of you to think about it.
Well, Jacob, it's such a fruitful discussion. So thank you again for your time. It's been great talking to you, and we got a lot of insight today.
Thank you very much for inviting me and for your time. I really enjoyed that.
Professional, if you find this video interesting, please give a like to this video and subscribe to our channel, Foster and Bridge Indonesia. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you will get notified every time we release a new video or live streams. Thank you for your attention. We will see you again in another Connecting Time video discussing another interesting topic. We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.